The real estate market, it's booming, and it is your turn to capitalize. Are you considering selling your home for top dollar? Well, join me as I break down the easy steps and how to sell your home the smart way. Welcome back, you guys. I am your Dallas Fort Worth real estate agent, Jaran Ramsey. And before we discuss the selling process at a glance, I want you guys to take a quick screenshot or jot down my contact details. So that way, if you guys have a question about the market, the selling process, the home buying process, you want access to builders, or if you have a general question, you guys have that right to go ahead and call or text me. So I'll let you guys have a quick chance to screenshot it or jot it down. So, but right before we get into the selling process, I want you guys to understand that there's a formula that needs to be executed to help guide a successful home sale. And it's simple. It's the condition and prep of the home. We want to sell this home like we mean it, right? We want this home to be in the tip-top shape, and we want to make sure that it reaches market value based on the condition of the home. Next, we want to make sure that the home is priced right, okay? So your feelings, how much you want to sell your home for, those are just pretty much subjective. We want an objective, a professional opinion about the price of your home and doing what it takes to really get a bunch of interest and to hopefully get an executed contract based on pricing it right. So we don't want to overprice it, because when you overprice your home, it sits longer and potential home buyers may be considering, hey, is there an issue with the home? Or, there's some preconceived notions that are generated when you overprice the home and it sits longer. Lastly, marketing. We want to make sure that our marketing is tip top. It's the best, it's revolutionized, it's modern, it's up to date. So those are the three main factors that help guide a successful home sale. So join me as I finish outlining the home selling process at a glance. The very first step in the home selling process, it's simple. It's us scheduling a meeting for me to come out to actually check out the home and to meet with you and your family and to see what's most important to you guys. What I like to do prior to the meeting and us having a quick consultation about your home is I like to walk through the home by myself, and what I'm doing is putting a home buyer's lens on. I'm looking at your home from the sense of being a home buyer and maybe spotting some things that may be a concern, or just taking some notes on some particular highlights of your home. And then followed up by that, I will then walk the home with you and your family. We'll look at your home from the interior view and the exterior. And what I like for you to do as the home seller is to just remind me of what drew you to the property and what are some improvements and updates that you have made as the owner of your home. And this all helps us to really capture what the market may want and help me with that stake when we actually go to list your home. So with that being said, we'll just notate any improvements that you made, and we'll notate any updates or renovations that you've made that could go into helping to determine an adequate price, which we'll later discuss during that meeting. So during the meeting, we'll simply also want you to complete a seller's disclosure form. And a seller's disclosure form is simply a legal document that allows you as the owner to pretty much highlight any major defects or deficiencies. And we want to disclose those things up front because we don't want any surprises later on when the home buyer potentially purchases your home, and we don't want that to backfire, or later on down the line, we don't want you to get sued. So with that being said, We'll just have a consultation. We'll discuss just the condition of the home, and followed up by that, we want to know what's important to you, right? Outside of getting top dollar for your home, we want to know what's your motivation for selling. Are you on a time crunch? Are you relocating? Is it a job transfer? Do we need a quick sale? We want to confirm the motivation for the sale, and then we want to discuss the pricing. So after we do that, after we have the meeting of the minds, and we kind of go through that, this is where we present our marketing analysis and what we know your home is worth based on data and the comps and the recent sales within your neighborhood. So the very first step in the home selling process, it's myself and our team. We're coming to your home to confirm the condition and to really discuss the pricing and the strategy and what we do to actually get your home sold differently compared to other agents and teams out there. The next step in getting your home sold is now preparing your home for the market. So after we have confirmed a list price and we have explained our marketing strategy into getting your home sold for top dollar, what we have to do is prepare for the market. So based on our meeting, if we have outlined that, hey, we need some shingles replaced, if there's some carpet or flooring that needs to be repaired, if we need to maybe update some light fixtures if necessary, or paint refresh, this is the opportunity to go ahead and get those conditions met, right? We want to prepare your home and we want to sell your home like we mean it. Because if we don't put our best foot forward, it could dictate a lower price, or the market is going to speak for itself in regards to the valuation or the offer that we receive. So preparing your home for the market, we also want to make sure we declutter. If we have any pets involved and odors, we want to handle those things accordingly. We want to make sure that we neutralize the home as much as possible. For some of our clients, we've explained if you have a lot of religious paraphernalia, or if there's a lot of political paraphernalia around the house, let's just remove it for the sake of the home sale while your home is on the market. So these things are important to help prepare your home to list. Next, let's talk about the videography and photography that's going to take place. We do not skimp out on modern, up-to-date, professional photography, right? Using cell phone videos or cell phone pictures, that is a big red flag and a no-no, right? Having professional photography in place, that is going to simply be an invitation for any ready, willing, and able buyer who wants to purchase your home. So, in preparing your home for the market, prior to getting photos taken, we ask you to have your home as hotel clean as possible. And what does that mean? Let's picture you are going to a luxury hotel or somewhere overseas that's really nice. It's a 5-star hotel. Your expectations are high, right? The bathrooms and the bedrooms are going to be clean, right? It's going to look immaculate, and that is the same. That's what we want to carry over into preparing your home for the photos, because we don't want pets, we don't want washcloths, we don't want any bathroom products or body products in the photos. Buyers can't envision themselves there if your things are taking place. So this is very important. We want to make sure your home is close to a blank canvas as possible. Also, we make sure vehicles are removed in the driveway. We make sure if you have like a basketball hoop in the driveway, these things are removed. We want your home to be a blank canvas as possible. And this is how we prep for the market and for photos and videography to take place. The next step in the home selling process is actually listing your home for sale. Now, when we actually list your home for sale, we use the maximum exposure possible. Now, maximum exposure in real estate refers to reaching the largest audience possible to reach the largest amount of buyers. In doing that, we utilize the multiple listing serve, right? We also reverse prospect. Now, reverse prospecting is golden. Why? Because we have a tool where we can reverse prospect. So we have a network of other agents, right? They have buyers where they have criteria that fits your home that they're looking for. So it's pretty much us playing matchmaker with another buyer's agent's client. So this is golden, and it really just, it's like a magnet. And we also don't want to discount print media. Yes, we will still do that. It's a more antiquated approach, but we want to make sure that we put our best foot forward, because other neighbors or other members of the community, they may have a home buyer for your home, right? So we don't want to discount that, but we utilize the maximum exposure, whether it's Zillow, Trulia, Redfin. Your home is going to be listed on all of those channels in order to find a ready, willing, and qualified buyer. The next step in the home selling process is where we go up on the contract. This is where we find a ready, willing, and able qualified buyer. Now, in this situation, after the terms have been finalized and the negotiating has been simply simplified, we like to go ahead and trust but verify. So for example, if it's a cash buyer, we would request bank statements that reflect the home buyer's offer price. Okay, just because they submit a contract, it doesn't mean that they have that they don't have the funds to go ahead and purchase, right? It's just another layer of protection and a point of doing business that we just simply provide to our clients. And some sellers just may not understand that approach. Now, on the flip side, if a buyer is financing, we ask the lenders a series of questions, right? We want to make sure that this buyer, they can close on time, that they don't notice any red flags that will prevent that buyer from closing. And we just make sure that they collected and verified and they have done all of their due diligence to make sure that they can close and we can get your home sold. So the next phase in the home selling process is simply where we find a ready, willing, and qualified buyer so that you can get your home sold for top dollar. The last and final stage of the home selling process is when we go to close. Closing date, this is where you officially receive your net proceeds from the sale of your home. Now, during this process, as a seller, we want to make sure that if the buyer requested any repairs, and if we agreed to any repairs based on a home inspection or their findings, we want to make sure that those items were addressed, because it could come back to backfire or delay closing. And also, we want to make sure that your home is still in great condition as it was when the buyer first toured the property, because we don't want to delay anything, and we want to make sure that we are still in alignment with the contract. So the title company that we have brought on board during the execution of the contract, they're going to help facilitate the sale between you as the owner and the buyer. And during this time, there's going to be paperwork involved. You as a seller during this time, the paperwork is is pretty much minimal compared to the buyer's paperwork. And when you close, most home sellers can expect to receive their proceeds within the same day or the next day, depending on who you bank with, if you decide to go ahead and get your funds wired. So after you officially close, myself and the title company will have some additional homework for you to officially close that chapter. And that homework is something small, such as, hey, remember to cancel your property insurance. You don't want to continue to pay. And also, you want to call your lending institution if you were financing the home that you previously owned. We want to make sure that you get a refund from your escrow balance, because your escrow balance is look at it as a small savings within the mortgage payments that you pay. look at that as they set a small portion of that mortgage payment for insurance and taxes. So those funds will be handled up front from the title company. So with that being said, your lending institution, they no longer have to pay for that, and you as the home seller can now receive a refund, and that could typically take anywhere between, I don't know, 10 to 21 days max when it comes to that. So in a nutshell, this was simply a home selling overview of the process. Every situation is unique, right? But this is just to paint a picture for some of you guys who were, hey, selling my home, this may be your first rodeo. We understand there are a lot of first-time home buyers out there, but there are also some first-time home sellers. So this was just to kind of just paint a broad paintbrush over that whole entire process. There's way more to it, but if we can enlighten you guys just a little bit, we feel like that we've done our job. And just remember that if you guys are in need of a comprehensive market analysis, we could surely provide that to you. And thank you guys for watching this video, and we will catch you on the next one.